we're back with another episode of Conversations and Connections. Again, we're the official podcast of the Family Crisis Center of East Texas. I'm Stuart Burson. I'm the prevention coordinator for the agency, and it is that time of the year again. With me is Mallory Harris. She's our marketing and communications coordinator. Hi, Mallory.
Hey, Stuart.
You are such a good sport for coming in and talking. Of course, Mallory, marketing and communications coordinator. What does that entail, Mallory? What are you in charge of around here?
Oh my gosh, what am I in charge of? So I have a few roles that are kind of outlier roles, I guess. Coordinating the volunteers that come in. Of course, I run our social media pages. I do a lot of donor stewardship, thanking donors, just a lot of course, getting the word out there on food drives and the various things we have go on.
So you're in charge of you're in charge of social media, our social media presence,
yes.
And you do the newsletter that's sent out to
yes.
stakeholders and everything. So there's a lot of different roles. Of course, I always go back. Of course, it's that time what I was leading up to. I can't believe Christmas trees are starting to come out and pop up around town. It's time for Adopt a Family. And of course, that's something that we do here at the agency every year. Let's remind the listeners who may not know about this program. If you were to describe what Adopt a Family is, Mallory, what would that be?
Adopt a Family is really kind of like the community coming together to support survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking. Community supporters come in and take one of these families really kind of like their own for Christmas, and buy them things from their wish list. Every family has a specific wish list. One parent, as far as with the Family Crisis Center, one parent and at least one child or more. Those children and the parent write a list of their sizes, things that they wish for, and this community supporter is generous enough to buy things for this family just out of the generosity of their heart. Organizations come in and do so. But yes, these families, of course, there's already so much stress for these families happening, and adding in the holidays is just can be just very overwhelming. So these donors tend to come in and get these families and give them a good Christmas.
And so anybody can adopt a family, right? Anybody who wants to help out.
Yes, anybody. An individual, we have people come in just, they're wanting to do it by themselves. They're wanting to do it with their spouse. They want to do it with their kids because a lot of the times I'll have people tell me like, oh, well, my kids, like, they don't realize like how good they have it, like, or, things like that. But they'll come in with their kids and want to adopt and show their kids like this is like helping somebody else. They don't have to know who we are. We don't have to know who they are. We're helping somebody. So it's really great to see that. And then organizations, businesses, a lot of church groups, just lots of different groups of people come together and do this. But yes, anybody can adopt a family.
About how many families are we looking at adopting?
So I'm not sure on the number just yet this year. I'll go ahead and say last year we served 92 families, and between those 92 families, there were 225 children. Of course, that's our East Texas area. That's outreach clients or clients in our safe house that we serve that were families that were adopted. 225 kids, so that's a lot of kids. We're still receiving applications right now for Adopt a Family, so I don't have everybody just yet. So I'm not sure how many families we will have, but I would estimate about 100 families again.
And the thing is, when we say 100 families, that doesn't mean just 100 kids, because one family may have one child, one family may have 6,
yes.
right? Or what have you. And I like the idea, like, let's say if a person who wants to help and they want to donate, if their budget is limited, they can pick a family that may have just one child, right?
Yes.
That they feel comfortable adopting.
Yes, we try to match you with what you are capable of doing, because we, of course, don't want to give you a 5-child family if that's not something that you're
Right.
able to do. And so we're very mindful of that. So that's really the main question I ask whenever people want to adopt. I'm like, it's obviously there's at least one parent, and then or there's going to be one parent in these families, and then at least one child. So how many kids do you want to shop for? It's
Right.
usually
Right. And so let's kind of walk through, and I'm sure you kind of touched on some of this just now when you were describing the program, but let's kind of walk through the process to adopt a family. Let's say I wanted, I've heard this. I want to lend a helping hand. I want to adopt a family. What does that look like? What does that process entail?
So, you would reach out to me. Again, my name's Mallory, or Mallory Harris. We do have 2 Mallorys at the Family Crisis Center. You would reach out to me, and I could get you with a family. Just let me know, of course, how many kids you would like to shop for. You can reach out to me through email at mharris@fccet.com, or call the Lufkin Administrative Office at 936-639-1681, and ask for me, and I would be able to get you with a family, or just any questions you have. I could answer those. I've answered a lot of questions through email this week, and I try to get back with you really fast. And I'm trying to get families back with the organizations and individuals that are wanting to adopt as quickly as I'm able. Of course, like I said, applications are still coming in right now, but even if you just have questions, not so sure whether you can adopt this year or not, you can just contact me, and I can just send you kind of some more information.
So I guess not only individuals, but like some businesses will decide, hey, you know what? As a business, we're going to adopt 5 families, and then
Yes.
they'll do that as well, right?
Yes, we have a few that come in and adopt 5 big families, like they want large families.
Yeah.
Or I think we've had one last year that adopted 10 families and wanted pretty big families or medium-sized families. And so it's just whatever you're looking for, whatever you're, how many people, I guess, is better for me to say that you're okay with shopping for.
Well, I'm sure each family is unique, of course, but what in general are families looking for?
So, a lot of the times the moms or the parent, they only tend to either ask for the clothes items, like they tend to list their sizes and not have any wishes. Some of the moms, like, they say that they don't want anything. We had a couple that have put that, and it's kind of a little bit sad. It's like, hey, like, go ahead and, put some things down that you want. They're just so humble, and say that they would not like anything. But of course, we urge them, hey, go ahead and list some things that you want. And then a lot of the times they'll just put down laundry detergent, like the moms. And it's like, they're asking for such simple everyday things. It just really grounds you whenever you see that. As far as the kids go, they have some cute wishes. It reminds me with my daughter, because it'll be things that, like, she wants or she likes right now. And but a lot of the kids, the younger ones, they're asking for, like, those magnet tiles. They ask for baby dolls a lot of the time, toy makeup sets, like notebooks and paper. Of course, the boys ask for Legos and just different assorted things like that. Any kids, the girls or the boys, tend to ask for Play-Doh a lot of the time. And then, of course, there's the older kids that want just certain clothes items, certain, like, maybe like a purse, or the older kids a lot of the time just want those kind of things. But yeah, it's a pretty big. There's some variation. A lot of the kids like those squishmallows and just anyway. But but just a lot of different things. But you kind of see a lot of the same wishes among the family.
I guess by looking at all the wishes, you can kind of get an idea of what the big popular in thing is for the Christmas season, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, and I kind of agree with you. You know, as a parent, you know, you probably are concerned about your child and you want your child to have a great Christmas. And I don't want anything. But, you know, it's Christmas. You know, it's nice to receive something besides laundry detergent or anything. Something that you really just want. You know, something fun or something not a necessity, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
Exactly. We want them to ask for other things.
Yeah, of course. So when is the deadline? When do people, if they want to adopt, what's the deadline to adopt and get everything over here?
We are trying to get the families all adopted by Thursday, December 4th. There could potentially be a little bit of wiggle room in that, but really that we're really going to try to stick to that because, of course, we have to, you know, get those gifts out to the families ahead of time of Christmas. Yes, but Thursday, December 4th.
Okay. And one thing I want to make sure everybody knows, too, if you want to adopt, and this may be in the conversation that you have with everyone, we ask that they not wrap the gifts that they get. They supply the wrapping paper, but not wrap the gifts.
Yes. Yes, we ask that just so, you know, the parent can wrap those presents at home and get that feeling of, you know, normalcy, that they're able to wrap the presents. And, you know, that's just, I feel a courtesy to them. They're able, it's nice of the adopters to understand that.
Sure.
But just giving them that opportunity to wrap the presents for their kids, kind of feel like they're, you know, involved and just have that normalcy at Christmas time because they've already been through so much. We just want them to be able to feel that at Christmas time.
Of course. So again, if you want to adopt and you need more information, you can just contact Mallory at mharris@fccet.com or give her a call here at our office at 936-639-1681. Now, besides Adopt a Family, we also have our food drive going on, Mallory. Let's talk about that. Explain what the food drive is all about.
Yeah, we have our food drive going on. Of course, it is a task to feed roughly about, our shelter at max capacity is about 39, I believe, 39 people. And so feeding somewhere on average over 30 people at least all year long, of course, is a expensive task. And so it's very helpful with the grocery bill for individuals, groups, businesses to come in and help us with the food drive, like help these survivors with bringing food in. We have a certain wish list of items. If you're on social media with us, you're able to go to our Facebook and see this wish list of items. Or I have gotten this wish list of food items, or just kind of suggested. Like you can get other things, of course, but it really needs to be like unexpired and non-perishable items. But you're able to see that list on our website as well. I have gotten that on there under Get Involved and donation drives. So you can see those items on there now.
Okay, so it's basically what you would think: non-perishable, like canned items, boxed items, things like that. I guess, right? How do we usually get our food? I mean, the shelter. I don't know if you even know this. How do we usually get food back there to the shelter?
Of course, grocery shopping in general, community contributions help a lot. If we have a staff meeting and we have any food remaining from staff meetings, we'll take the food to the safe house and just try to be resourceful. having organizations donate food, come in and bring us items for the Safe House. Just the community coming together and bringing food in, that is always great. But of course, if nothing else, we always have to go grocery shopping, and that bill, especially now, gets very expensive.
All right. So we got the food drive going on. Of course, it's Adopt a Family. Again, if you have that giving heart in you, just give us a call, 936-639-1681. Ask for Mallory Harris, because we do have another Mallory in our fold, and so we will make sure we get you to the right Mallory. So I also want to, so this is what I remember, Mallory. Mallory, by the way, 1 year. Mallory has been with us now. She is 1 year under her belt, and I remember, Mallory, like your first, when you came on board, we just started Adopt a Family for the season, and it was, lack for a better word, what I was telling you earlier, baptism by fire. I mean, you just dove right in, and I'm glad you're still with us.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this first year?
It's been great. I'm so happy to be here. I love it. I was not in the nonprofit world before this, and I loved where I was at too. But this is just, it's so different, and I love it. I love seeing my coworkers and just everybody in general wanting to help survivors and those in need in our community. I never even really thought about nonprofits in general just much before this, because I had just never worked at one, but I love it for sure. I'm glad, and it's crazy to me that it's been a year working with Stuart.
It flies by. Well, that part was awesome, but it flies by, definitely. All right, Mallory, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I know it's ramping up. It's going to be a busy next few weeks. Several weeks are going to be a very busy time for you, I know. And we're recording in one of our meeting rooms, and here in a few weeks, this room is going to be stuffed with toys and gifts and things like that. In fact, we have to always keep the door closed because we don't want the kiddos that come through here to see what's in here, right? All right, Mallory Harris, she's our marketing and communications coordinator in charge of the Adopt a Family program and the food drive. And I always like to close out with, if you feel like you need the services of the Family Crisis Center, give our toll-free number a call. That's 1-800-828-7233. And be sure to subscribe to Conversations and Connections via Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, pretty much any podcast service of your choice. And remember, be the voice, if not for you, for someone else.